You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
How firm my friendship. Oh,
you know what time it is. Roll with them boys of the fall. You know what time it is. On the ground with a nose for the ball. You know what time it is. Blood, sweat, and them tears for this game. Leaving it all out on the field with no fear for you lames. Buckeyes by a billion. We in the building with over 100,000. We represent from the uttermost to the public housing. If we don't play, our wide receivers got your secondary shook, so they cook them like Bobby Flay. Hey, stay out of my way and trust me, cause I know it's a way. Somebody please give this brother an eye. Come on.
What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boys, where we talk college football with real fans. I'm Devin. The Buckeyes are cooking. It's a good time to be here. So many emotional ups and downs being a Buckeye fan right now. But it looks like if you just trust in this coaching staff, they seem to know what they're doing. We're going to dive into that tonight. Found an interesting little stat that I'm going to share with you guys. You'll probably find pretty amusing with what this transfer portal is doing to college football teams. I'm going to go ahead and turn my TV off because you guys can watch it in the reflection, and also the change in colors. I was going to try to watch a little bit of this game, but it's going to be a fast show because we got this NFL game going on. I know some of y'all would rather watch that than listen to me blabber on about my opinion on what the Buckeyes are doing. But I appreciate everybody for being here in the chat. As always, you guys make my night. This is awesome. I seriously appreciate you guys showing up here to listen to me. Used to have a partner, Mello. Hopefully he comes back one day. So it's nice to have regular people in the chat all the time, because doing a show by yourself, it's way different, right, than like having a conversation back and forth with one of your buddies on the show, which is what me and Mello did all the time. So I would not do this show if it wasn't for you guys in the chat every night. That's just the fact of the matter. I wouldn't do it. So, but again, guys, hit that like button like you always do. Hit the subscribe button as well on the Scoop channel and on the Buckeye Boys channel. Download the Spreaker app and go to Buckeye Scoop. Give us the like, give us subscribe, whatever else you do on that app, on Apple Podcasts. Also, hit the like, subscribe button as well. And as you guys know, that Scoop message board, especially today, Funky killed it on the message board today. You guys would have known if you were on the board, you would have known about these commitments about, I think, 6 hours prior to when they really happened. So it's always good to do that. Had a interesting conversation today with one of my sources that I talked to, so I'll share a little bit about that. But Buckeyes, man, struck gold on the defensive line today and in the secondary. So we'll dive into some of the pickups that we have. Well, also, what I'm going to do is maybe go down a little bit of the projected starting/depth chart for next year, right? Because I did that a little bit today, and I'm going to be honest with you. There might be one area, right? Well, no, if you had kicker in there might be two areas. I have concerns for kicker, but I think they'll be addressed. But let me just get this out of the way. Unless they go sign the best kicker in the portal, I'm going to be I'm not going to be fully satisfied with the kicker that they sign, just because of what we dealt with the kicking situation, the past couple years. So it's going to be interesting. I'm very curious to see what they do there, because we've seen so many kickers come and go, right, that I wanted the Buckeyes to go after, but they didn't. And, that happens. You just got to trust this staff. Let's give them the opportunity. They have earned the benefit of the doubt here. They've earned our trust. We watched them let some guys go on the roster that, right, made me freak out a little bit, made some people freak out. And then over these last couple days, they've added some guys, and that kind of makes sense now. It makes sense why they let those guys go, because of who they brought in. So I, for one, am feeling better about this. I want to start this off. I want to get your guys' take on how you feel about this transfer portal class right now. Let's say the Buckeyes don't sign, say they go get a kicker, right? But they don't sign any more players. 1 out of 10. 10 meaning you think the Buckeyes addressed every single need they possibly could, and we're ready to rock and roll for next year. Where are you at, right? Don't include kicker in this. Exclude kicker. All the other positions, where are you at, 1 through 10, on how you feel for next year? 8.5 stars. Okay. Captain, 7 to 8. All right. 7.5, Matt. Okay. What up, dude? Thanks, man. Member for 13 months. My dude. Keep rocking, brother. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I know we need a kicker, but don't put this in your assessment. 7.5. 7. Well, you guys are putting them in fast. 7.5, 7.5. Uh-oh. Aaron's got to. Hey, Aaron, sorry about the chat earlier. I don't know which Aaron I'm speaking to, but last time we had an Aaron on the show, not on the show, in the chat, who was just he was very, very concerned with what was going on. And the whole time I'm on the show, I don't really all I see is Aaron. I don't pay attention to the numbers afterwards. So I just assumed it was you. But in that moment, it didn't make sense to me because I was like, man, that doesn't seem like the Aaron that I know who's normally in the chat. Normally, he's pretty easygoing, pretty positive type of person. Well, I just found out that in fact wasn't you. It was a different Aaron. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Bro. That's why I got so confused. It's the Aaron that made you the plaque. What's up, my dude? Yeah, you got somebody that has a similar name to you, but I think theirs was at Aaron 8097 something. So, yeah. Steely, thanks for the $1.99, brother. Thank you, Deb, for all you do, brother. Yeah, man, much love, Steely. Thank you for everything that you do. You and several others have been there, been here from the beginning, and cannot express my gratitude enough for you guys. Yeah, Chris, I'm going to agree with you. I'm at a 9 right now. I'm at a 9. I'm really happy with where this roster is at. What happened to Mello? He got a job that interferes with our time slot. So Mello is always welcome to come on this show. He will always be part of the Buckeye Boys, and hopefully one day he'll get that scheduling cleared out. But I will tell you that doing a YouTube show, especially as many shows as I do, it can be very time consuming. It can be, right? Because I don't just, I spend an hour before the show taking notes and stuff. I'm not one of those. And a couple times I'll just pop on and just do a show based off of, just conversations I had throughout the day with people on the phone. But for the most part, I dive into doing some research, making some phone calls, asking some questions. So it's pretty time consuming. All right. We'll start off with this. We'll start off with some speculation out there about the Buckeyes possibly bringing back a couple players that had entered the portal. Those two names are Aaron Scott and Mylan Graham. When Aaron Scott first entered the portal, I immediately got a text message that said, keep an eye on this one, right? They were looking for ways to keep him around. And to be honest with you, you look at his position, you look at the roster we're about to go over, that's one of the areas I hope that we bring in some other people, at least a depth piece or something. But we'll dive into that a little bit later. But I haven't heard anything there, right? I haven't heard anything negative, haven't heard anything positive about bringing him back. As far as the Mylan Graham situation goes, I have heard positive things, right? When you saw him enter the portal, you watched Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Ennis, and several other players post a heartbreak emoji and then the number 5. So you could tell that he was really close with them guys. And I know he is because I went bowling with Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Ennis, Carnell Tate, and Mylan Graham. Mylan Graham was there as well. So he's very close with those guys. So it would not surprise me in the least to bring Mylan Graham back. I hope that they do. Every kid who goes into college goes through things, right? Ohio State is there to help them navigate through those things. Edric Houston went through some rough spots this year. They helped push him through. He came out the other side. Nothing gets me more excited in life than watching another human being push through hard times and make it out the other end. Nothing gets me more stoked and pumped. I would love to see that for Mylan Graham. And I am hearing good things, but Notre Dame pressing pretty hard for him. They got Quincy Porter. I was told Quincy Porter did not get the number he was looking for, which is interesting, but that's a whole other conversation. So we'll see what happens with those guys. But I do have hope that Mylan Graham will be coming back. Ryan Day is directly involved now, really trying to get him back in the fold. So we'll see how it goes. But on another note, I can't remember what I reported. I don't think I did a show when Earl Little committed. Did I? Yeah, no, on the Sunday show with Nevada or with B and Funky, we talked about it. But we're going to talk about the transfer guys that the Buckeyes have recently brought in. We have 11 total people in our transfer class. Most recently, we brought in defensive end out of Alabama, Quay Rasal, 6'2", 243, listed as a linebacker, plays defensive end. He was a 5-star in the 2023 class. He's a 4-star transfer portal player. He was a starter for 3 games, got injured, played in all 13 games in 2024. So, very experienced player in the SEC at Alabama. So, you really like the experience that you're bringing in there. I'm very excited to watch how Matt Patricia utilizes him, which, by the way, got more confirmation today that Matt Patricia is coming back. If he does not come back, it will be the Buckeye boys' biggest miss ever. Because I'm the first one that has reported he's coming back. I haven't seen anybody else report it. It's making me nervous a little bit. But, I mean, the people I'm talking to and what they're telling me, I mean, at this point in time, I'm 100% confident that he's coming back. I guess 99 since there hasn't been pen to paper yet. But, boy, if he don't come back, I guess circumstances change, but that's going to be a big old miss for me. But we'll see. I hope he does. I got told again today he was. Big pickup there. Here in a minute, we'll go through the roster and talk about how they fit into the room a little bit more. Defensive line, James Smith. He's probably up there with one of my favorite commits in this class. Plays mostly 3-tech, will fit the 3-tech role very nicely, but can also play nose guard, 6'3", 295, 5-star in the 2023 class, 4-star transfer, had 26 tackles, 2.5 sacks, was a starter last year for Alabama, and 6.5 tackles for a loss. Very experienced, played all 3 years while he was at Alabama. Interesting note for you guys now. Listen to this. Alabama's class of 2023, officially, the Buckeyes have taken their number 1, their number 2, and their number 3 ranked commit from their 23 class. Caleb Downs, James Smith, and Quay Wasrall. That was 1, 2, 3 in their class. They officially transferred to the Buckeyes. So found that pretty interesting. That made me chuckle a little bit there. So love the addition of James Smith here. I think the dude's a baller, especially with Larry Johnson and what he's been able to do with tackles and nose guards specifically. I really like this pickup here. Also, we got a new starting quarterback in Justin Martin, 6'2", 201, 4-star commit, a 4-star prospect. In 2024, he was 24 for 35, 68.6% accuracy. He is not the starting quarterback, but Brian Day wants 4. Right, he likes having several quarterbacks in the room. Tank, you chill out. So good pickup, body to be in the room. I like it. We also got a commit from tight end Hunter Welsing from Northwestern, 6'4", 220 pounds, 4-star transfer, big riser, 3-star, big riser in the rankings and also on the field, right? Going into his 5th year or 6th year, I believe. So very veteran player. 28 receptions for 296 yards, 2 touchdowns, average 10.6 yards per catch. They are not happy he's transferring, which that's a good sign as well. Good stuff. Guys, I'm seeing questions in the chat. If you could do me a favor, if you have questions for me, I want to answer them. Sue, I see you have one. Wait till I'm like done here and I ask you guys for your questions, then put them in, because if I start answering your questions, I'll forget what I'm talking about. And then also, I won't be able to scroll back up and see. So do me a favor and put a star or a question mark if you have a question you want me to answer. I'll be done here in just a second going over some of the guys we picked up. And I love when you guys ask questions. So please do that. I want to make sure I answer them. That's why I'm telling you guys this. So good tight end pickup, the second one in the class so far. Mason Williams was the other one, 6'4", 235. We lost Jelani Thurman. We lost K-Mac, the other one. So that is what we're doing there. This has nothing to do with Max Clare, whether he's coming back or not. On that note, like I reported, I think it's been 2 weeks ago now, Kenyatta Jackson is coming back. Max Clare is the only one I'm getting conflicting information on, but I'm getting more positive information than negative information. So they have till Wednesday to decide on that. So we'll see what they do. Big time, man. Second team All ACC safety Terry Moore out of Duke. Played the 2024 season, 6'1", 200 pounds, 4-star transfer, 116 tackles, 10.5 tackles for loss, three something. Can't read my writing. Forced fumbles, maybe 4 interceptions. No, two fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, 8 PBUs, and 2 quarterback pressures in his time at Duke. Very productive player. 4 interceptions, 2024. Tore his ACL. People are concerned about that. Right. I wouldn't be overly concerned. I wouldn't, because, the staff is bringing him on. He had a whole year to get this thing right. And obviously, Ohio State is not going to bring him in unless they have done everything needed to make sure he's as good as he can be after an ACL tear. So really like this pickup here. Super productive. Okay. Super productive. Let me back up. I don't like doing this, but this is just the reality of it. Let me ask you, would you rather have James Smith on our roster next year or Jarquez Carter? What would you rather have? Answer that question. Let me ask you this. Would you rather have Terry Moore on your roster next year or Malik Hartford or Fahim Delane? Which one would you rather have? So I hope you guys understand. I'm sure you do. You understand the message I'm trying to get across here. Another safety that we picked up that I'm now even more convinced is going to play the nickel role. A lot of people don't think that. I do think that. 6 foot, 170 pound, 4-star. He's more than 170 pounds now. They did not update his weight. Captain at FSU this year. Obviously, I can throw a rock and hit the stadium. I made some calls. I just got told we got an absolute dude. Huge fan favorite here in Tallahassee. Second team All ACC. The second team All ACC safety we've gotten. Starter all year last year. 76 tackles, 4 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 2 PBUs. Lot of production we're bringing in here, man. Lot of production. You know what I mean? So you kind of see what the staff is doing here, and I'm all about it. We also got linebacker Christian Allegro, 6'4", 235. Wide receiver Devin McQuinn, 6'1", 195. Defensive lineman John Walker, big-time pickup here, 6'3", 300 pounds. And obviously the tight end, we also got a long snapper. So, right, picked up 11 so far, fulfilling the needs of this roster. Questions are out there. Hey, what else are we going to go after? Obviously, kicker is one. I have heard rumblings of another wide receiver. I've heard rumblings of another running back, but it will not be an impact RB1. That's not happening. At least the information I have. It'll be a running back to kind of fit the James Peoples role, maybe an RB3, RB2 type of player. That's the information I have. Coach Locke is pretty comfortable with what he's working with, whether we are or not. I believe he is. But Malachi Frazier, I believe, running back from Michigan State, got the inside scoop there. He's taken visits elsewhere, but he does love Ohio State. He's got some pretty good friends on the Ohio State team who are trying to convince him to come on over. So, right, when he makes his decision, I should be able to let you guys know whether that's Ohio State or not Ohio State. I should be able to let you guys know that rather quickly. But yeah, Daniel, you got things like this. Turbo Rogers definitely can be. That's what I was saying. Coach Locke's very comfortable with what he's got going on. So, and then the other thing, offensive lineman, I haven't heard anything. I'm not one of those guys that believes we need an offensive lineman. But let's just do that. All right, let's look at our roster for next year, guys. All right, so help me with this. Let me know what we think. QB, Julian Sand. Right, we're all good at the quarterback position, right? No concerns there. We all good to go. Running back, Bo Jackson, Isaiah West, legends coming in. Got Turbo Rogers, got Favor Key as well. I would like to pick up another one, but honestly, I'm pretty good with what we have, right? Like pretty good. If, Bo Jackson, Isaiah West just need to step their pass protection up, but I mean, we have coaches to develop them. We have the weight room, all those things. Freshman linebackers are notorious for not being well at that. Not linebackers, running backs are notorious for not being very good at that, but they get better. Okay, so right, pretty good running back room. Wide receiver, JJ Brandon Ennis, Chris Henry Jr., Phillip Bell, Jaquaden Guilford, and then Devin McQuinn coming in. I think that they are looking. They're looking at. Dang, I just lost my train of thought. I can't keep. This is why I can't look at the chat, guys. That's why I can't do it. I've heard they're looking for another wide receiver to bring in, but honestly, even if you stop there, I mean, how many wide receivers do we normally see at Ohio State? Would we see this year 3? You know what I mean? Like, when do we see like wide receivers transfer, or, coming in and out? Even though Cortez Hankton is known for rotating in and out a lot, I would love to see that. But I think we have I think we're perfectly fine in the wide receiver room. I don't think we need anybody else. I think people sleeping on Phillip Bell a little bit, and I think Jaquaden Guilford and Chris Henry Jr. can come in and help out if needed. And are we getting Mylan Graham back? We'll see about that. We will see. Tight end, obviously we're good. Max Clear, if he comes back. Nate Roberts, Welsing, Williams, Christian Bennett as well. He'll be in there. Studley. Yeah. I got the inside scoop, guys. We're going for 15 personnel this upcoming season. They're just getting rid of the quarterback. So Julian snap count's going to go way down. They're just going strictly tight ends. Definitely down the red zone. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle that. But that's the info I have. Take it for what you want. Anyway, where we at here? Offensive line. All right, so shuffle around all we want here. But Phillip Daniels, not the best this year, but young and clearly has the talent to be a very good offensive lineman. Josh Padilla has the talent to be a very good offensive lineman. Carson Hinsman, Luke Montgomery, Austin Searveld, and more, Sam Greer, Maxwell Riley, and some other ones in the room behind them. One of the Armstrong twins stayed. He stayed because he's getting better. This is going to be his year where he can possibly make an impact. So I know a lot of people don't agree, but I'm fine with the offensive line room that we have, especially knowing that players get better. Look at Austin Searveld. Now, I know he struggled in the last couple games, but not concerned with the offensive line. So there's our offense, guys, in the chat. Tell me, 1 out of 10, 10 being we're good, don't need anybody. Where are you at offensively? Where are we at here? Okay, where are we at? I'm just going to be honest. I'm at a 9. I would like some running back help. Yeah, Jake Cook. Yeah, I can't even list all the names. Natty Time. Yep. Carter Lowe as well. You guys get the point. I think that we're good there. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of 9s, 8.5, 9. Yeah, what would put me on a 10 is if they did go get another running back 1B, right? That would a more experienced running back, which they're still looking for. But that would put me at a 10. Who said 6.5? Somebody that doesn't like our offensive line? That's all right. You're allowed to have your opinion. Another running back, I agree with. Need another wide receiver. I don't know about that. We could definitely use it. Yeah, only losing one starter on defense or on offense. Tate. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Experience is something we like a lot in college football. Defense. Here we go. Defensive line. You guys can chime in with some names here as well. But I got Edric, Will Smith, John Walker, James Smith. Right? You got Will Smith and John at the nose tackle position. You got James and Edric at the 3 tech. I'm a big fan of what we have on the interior of this defensive line right now. Like a big fan. Right? We also got Damari Simeon coming in, and we also have Kari Wilder, who will probably help out more on the edge position. Now, on the edge, we have Kenyatta Jackson coming back, Zion Grady. I mean, pretty good. That's pretty good. Epi back there as well. Bo Atkinson as well. Didn't do much this year, but again, came in late. Okay, so we'll see what the Body by Maradi and Larry can do with him. We just got Quay Rasal, big time upside there, especially with Matty P utilizing his skill set. And like I said, Kari Wilder. So, I mean, I'm fine with that. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm fine with that. Tell me how you feel. Defensive line. Do we need a defensive end or a defensive lineman? Right? Do we need that? I don't think we do. Linebacker. Pierce, Pettyjohn, Alfred, Sincere Johnson, Christian Largro from Wisconsin. I think we're perfectly fine at the linebacker position. I really only see 4 linebackers here. Pierce, Pettyjohn, Alfred, and Christian. Eli Lee's in there as well. Eli Lee's more of a bigger body. I could see him coming off the edge before I do playing on the linebacker position, but we'll see. One could say it's a little light, but I just don't think it is. That's why you brought in Christian to add some more experience to that room. I'm pretty comfortable with what we have at the linebacker position as well. Like, I just am. I saw somebody in the chat say we need to get a linebacker. I'm pretty comfortable with where we're at there. I'm going to skip to safety, okay? McLean, Moore, Earl Little, Leroy Roker, Blaine Bradford, Jay Timmons. I kind of threw the nickel position in there as well. Nickel, safety, whatever. We're fine at safety, right? We're more than fine at safety. Could we agree on that? But here we go. The cornerback position. Help me, guys. We got Jermaine Matthews, Devin Sanchez coming back as our starters at corner. A-OK, top notch. Good to go at the starting position, but where's our depth, right? I think right now our depth relies in Jordan Thomas and Jay Timmons, the freshman coming in. Yeah, no, I said I put Timmons in the safety because I put nickel there as well. So it's all right. It's all together, but that's the area where, I have questions. Do I think Jordan Thomas or Jay Timmons can come in and help? I do. but I firmly believe the Buckeyes are going to bring in an experienced corner. Maybe not a big time name that everybody's going to love, but they went after a couple, right? But we'll see also what they do with Little. What's his name again? Earl Little. We'll see what they do there because he was a Yo, Chris, I agree with you like wholeheartedly. I think Jordan Thomas is ready. I think there's a reason. Physically, the dude's ready. Let's see if he can get the mental part of the game there. But the program that he is coming from, why do you think the Buckeyes love recruiting that school so hard? Because they are prepared when they walk in the door. That is a college-like program in Jersey. So I love it. But yes, I would feel way more comfortable with bringing Scott back. 8 out of 10 on the defense, guys. Where are you at? Okay, where are you at on defense? I got a 9 out of 10 on the offense. Where are we at on the defense? And then we got to an 8. Sue's got us at a 10. I like it. 9, 9, 9, 7, 8.5, 10. Yeah, so I got him at a 9. I would like to see maybe an experienced corner, another experienced corner coming in the room just for some depth there. Other than that, I think we're pretty good there. I really, really do. So, I mean, I have overall, everybody's talking about that Instagram post that Aaron Scott posted on his Instagram with the Ohio State thing on. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't use any players, coaches, recruits tweeting or putting anything on Instagram as any type of information about anything. I learned my lesson there. Yo, I'm with you. That is a small boat to get in. The Bo Axton boat has plenty of seats available on it. If anybody would like to hop on that boat, you can join. Tickets are cheap. Just Venmo it to me. I'll send you my Venmo. But I'm on the boat. What did Aaron Scott do? What do you mean, what did he do? He's in the transfer portal. Yeah, that would be nice for sure. Hey, guys, questions. Okay, questions. Sue, see, I already forget your question. Sorry, Sue. I literally forget what you put up there. So listen, the punter situation, I made a specific call about that. I don't know if I buy what I got told, okay, but if you look at the first half of the season, the punting was not good, and supposedly they switched something up, right, in their process or whatever, in the kicking and punting got way better. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I might be more mad that they let Jackson Corvell and the 6'7" Aussie punter go than I am any other player that left this roster. I'm just being honest with you. But again, maybe they know something about Jackson Corvell that I don't. But anyway, okay, so yeah, Stars, I know we don't have a kicker. Hey, listen, guys, let's just think about this for a second. Listen, what I was going to say is, do you guys not think the coaches know this already? But then it's like, well, based off what we've seen Ryan Day and how he's handled the kicking situation, you really can't say that the coaches know how important it is, because I'm not sure they do. Sue, Julian saying he was in the 24 class, and I think he was Alabama's number 1 commit. He was the number 6 overall player, the number 1 quarterback in the class. So, I think he was. That's curious. I am gonna. look it up real fast, like on the old Google machine. All right, come on, computer. Just randomly deciding to go slow. No, so he was number 3. Well, according to On3, Ryan Williams and Jalen Milwaukee, but I can't say that, was ahead of him. But yeah, he was the 3rd, according to On3, on their class there. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, Fielding didn't get another year. I was trolling. He did not get another year. It's if you guys watch my show, you know. I'm not saying I was like first on promoting getting rid of Julian Sand, but I definitely wasn't last, and I held pretty strong to that opinion. Very strong to that opinion, actually. Let's see here. Steely, thanks, brother, for the $1.99. Shout out to the Buckeye Boys Scoop chat. Y'all are awesome. Oh, yeah. The chat's balling for sure. Yo, Sean, thank you so much for gifting a Buckeye Boys membership to somebody. That is awesome. What's the latest on kicker? Yeah, dude. Your guess is as good as mine. Not Buckeye related, but do you think Dan Lanning is another James Franklin? I don't. But there's no evidence to prove that he's not. I don't know what's going on with him in these playoff games. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, because part of me just feels like they just ran into buzzsaws both year. I mean, you ran into Ohio State last year, who was not going to be beat, and you ran into Indiana this year, who is not going to be beat. You know, so I don't know. Okay, I already answered that. All right, let's get back over here. No new news on the offensive coordinator. They are keeping that thing like locked up, zipped up tight. They're keeping transfer portal news locked up, zipped up, super tight. I've been told some information, right? They're keeping information pretty tight right now, and it makes sense. Steely, that we did. Yeah, I mean, Nevada did as well. Yeah, we said Julian Sand will be at the Heisman ceremony. Yeah, guys, sorry. Am I saying wrong names? There's a 95% chance I do that. Do you guys know how many names that I have read in this past 2 weeks? Try doing a YouTube show about transfer portal in today's day and age. Give it a shot and try keeping up with recruiting while you're doing it. It'll make you go crazy. Oh, and try to run 2 businesses with several employees. That's why I get names mixed up. I'm surprised I haven't said any of my employees' names on here yet. I'm waiting for that day to happen. That's going to be a good day. I am literally 95% sure that Ryan Day is going to hire an offensive coordinator from the NFL. So, yes. Yeah, that's a good point there. Hey, Joyce, I can see why somebody would think that, but I really liked what I saw out of Ian Moore. But at least for me, that wasn't the first time. That wasn't surprising to me to watch Ian Moore do that, given what I was told all year long about him, right? About how close that battle was between Austin Sierreveld and Ian Moore at the beginning of the season. So, you know, didn't really surprise me all that much, to be honest with you. All right, y'all. No, dude, Keaton Bailey is not getting. Is there any word on Justice Hayes? Okay, so I was told that they're not going to bring in a Nate Frazier type of running back, right? We know what went on in the running back room this year already. Coach Locke's pretty happy with the running back room that he has. He doesn't want to upset, right, what he's got going on there. So, no, I don't see any. But who the heck knows? Because as this thing goes on, other teams are. As this thing goes on, the truth is that every player in college football is in the portal. What do I mean by that? Is that it doesn't matter if players are in the portal or not. Teams are still giving them offers. Okay, Jeremiah Smith never entered the portal. Do you guys think that Miami sent him a deal? You guys think that Miami sent him something to try to convince him to go to the portal? Yes. How do you think recruits get in the portal with do not contact tags on them? Make that one make sense. Here, let me enter my name because you're not allowed contact until you get in the portal. So how the flip do you get in the portal with the do not contact tag? Like, what's the NCAA doing? Like, what else do they need? Look how bold these guys are getting. Like, yeah, NCAA, try to get me. Aaron, I don't. I want to say yes so bad, but every time I've said yes to something like this in the past, Ryan Day hasn't done it. I really hope Ryan Day opens up a little bit this season. I really want him to do that. Really just unleash. Just I wanted to say something, but just utilize all the freak athletes that we have on this team. Utilize Jeremiah Smith a little bit more. Utilize Legend Bay. Utilize Max Clare a little bit more. Just do something. Just be better. Do better. Okay? Just be perfect. Score on every drive. Don't make any mistakes. Get every first down. Make every kick. And I'm going to be happy. I'll be happy. Yeah, Brian, so got pretty good information on Jameer. Ohio State is well aware of the situation that they are in, and they are making sure they keep him in the class. And I was told they are prepared to do whatever necessary to keep him in the class. There's another player in 2027 that I got told the same thing about, and I'm thrilled that this is the case. David Gabriel Georges, I fully expect 100% to be a Buckeye. Got told that they will do whatever necessary to bring him in. He's the only running back on their board. If they miss on him, they're pushing all their eggs in that basket, and they're going to make sure that one happens. So that's going to be exciting because the dude will make an impact as a freshman. He's a baller. Kingsbury for offensive coordinator. What about that one? Okay, sorry. All right, y'all. For those who are only able to listen, can you read the comments and questions? Yeah, my bad, guys. Yeah, sorry. I do need to do that. Do I think Cortez will rotate receivers more? Yes, I do. I do think that. He's known to do that. Can we expect Sayin to run a little next season, like running for a first down Studley? Very good question. You would think, but I'm so hesitant to say that with Ryan Day. But, well, I will say this. Yes, Julian saying will run more next year than he ran this year. Will we think it's enough? Probably not. But he will definitely run more than he ran this year, for sure. Yes. Don't forget win every natty. Absolutely. Boy, this is a true statement. Don't believe anything Con 3 says. Yep, I'd be careful with that. Hey, thank you, man. He said thanks for the info. Always great stuff. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys, for real. All right, y'all. That's going to do it. I appreciate you guys for watching as always. Let's keep the hopes up, man. The Buckeye staff, they're doing work. We'll see. We've kind of got the bulk of the players that we needed to get in the portal, in my opinion. Let's keep an eye on kicker, see if they bring in a running back, a wide receiver, and let's keep a close eye on the corner position, see if they bring in another veteran player there to give some leadership and give a little bit more competition in that room. Competition breeds excellence. You're going to need more corners in the room to push Sanchez and push Jermaine Matthews. That's what I want to see. I don't see freshmen pushing, these guys next year. Do I see them make an impact? Yeah, but I would love to see somebody come in to push these guys. Got to be some serious competitions going on in the defensive line room. I would not be surprised if the Buckeyes roll out the number one defensive line in the country next year. But I'm sure every other fan base is going to have something to say about that for sure. But guys, I appreciate you. Please don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget, if you're watching me on Scoop, please go check out my channel, the Buckeye Boys with the Z. Same show and all, but if you could do me a favor, show me some love over there by hitting the subscribe button and like button. Goes a long way with YouTube. Helps me bring in a little more revenue so I can do some more things with the show, more giveaways, ticket giveaways, all those things. Download Spreaker as well. Buckeye Scoop is on that. Those listening on Apple Podcasts, hit that like button real fast. And don't forget, check out the Scoop message board. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for the super chats. Everything you guys do, you guys are like family to me. And by the way, serious note here, if you guys know anybody that's struggling in life, in particular with drug addiction or quite frankly anything, my email is thebuckeyeboys@gmail.com. I can get them help. Shoot me an email. I will do whatever I can to let that person get the help that they need if they are willing for that help. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Go Buckeyes. OH.